In this section, we will review the Family and Medical Leave Act, otherwise known as FMLA or FML. What is FMLA and who is it used for? The FMLA is a federal law that was created in 1993 and offers job protection for certain employees when absences occur for qualified medical reasons for you and or a family member. Family being spouse, child, or parent. A clear definition of relationships is found in the policy. The U.S. Department of Labor's Wage and Hour Division, or WHD, is responsible for administering and enforcing the FMLA. FMLA is designed to help employees balance their work and family responsibilities by allowing them to take reasonable unpaid leave for certain family and medical reasons. FMLA can also be used for military leave and military caregiver leave for you and or your family. Family medical leave can be taken continuously or intermittently. Intermittently means here and there as needed or at a reduced schedule. It is important to remember while on an intermittent family medical leave to follow your department's standard call-in procedures. Failure to do so could result in termination. To be eligible for family medical leave, you must meet certain criteria. First, you must work for a covered employer. Iredell County is a covered employer. Second, you must have worked for Iredell County for at least 12 months. You do not have to have worked for 12 months in a row, so seasonal work counts. But generally, if you have a break in service that lasted more than 7 years, you cannot count the period of employment prior to the 7-year break. And third, you must have worked for the employer for at least 1,250 hours in the 12 months before you take leave. You shall be notified of your eligibility and given your rights and responsibilities of family medical leave within 5 days of your request for leave. If you are not eligible, you should be provided a reason why you are not eligible with one of the reasons previously mentioned. Qualified reasons to take FMLA are the birth of a child, the placement of a child in the employee's home through adoption or foster care, to care for the employee's spouse, child, or parent, not to include in-laws, who have a serious health condition that makes the employee unable to perform his or her job, and qualifying military leave and military caregiver leave. A serious health condition is defined as an illness, injury, impairment, or physical, mental condition. The most common serious health conditions that qualify for FMLA are conditions requiring an overnight stay in a hospital or other medical care facility, conditions that incapacitate you or your family member, for example, unable to work or attend school for more than 3 consecutive days, have ongoing medical treatment, either multiple appointments with a healthcare provider or a single appointment and follow-up care such as prescription medication. Chronic conditions that cause occasional periods when you or your family member are incapacitated and require treatment by a healthcare provider at least twice a year. And pregnancy, including prenatal medical appointments, incapacity due to morning sickness, and medically required bed rest. How much family medical leave am I allowed? If you meet the eligibility requirements, you have 12 weeks of unpaid family medical leave in a 12-month backwards rolling calendar. When a husband and wife are both employed by the county, they are limited to a combined total of 12 weeks if the leave is taken to care for the birth or placement of a child with the couple for adoption or foster care, or a combined 26 weeks for military caregiver leave during a single 12-month period. When military leave or military caregiver leave is needed, the regular family medical leave process discussed in this presentation should be followed regarding notification of your need for leave and completion of certification to support your leave. For a qualified military leave, an employee has 12 weeks in a 12-month period. This leave shall be taken for activities related to a covered service member, such as short notice deployment for a period of 7 days, military events or activities sponsored by the military, active duty status for military service organizations, certain child care activities, making or updating financial and legal arrangements, to attend counseling, to take time off up to 5 days for temporary leave, to attend official ceremonies, and so on. For a qualified military caregiver leave, an employee has 26 weeks in a 12-month period. This leave shall be taken to care for a covered service member with a serious injury or illness. The military family leave entitlements can be located in Article 6, Section 8A of the Iredell County Personnel Ordinance for further review. How am I paid for family medical leave? Family medical leave runs concurrent with paid and unpaid leave. Compensatory time, sick leave, and annual leave or vacation shall be paid respectively. When all accrued time is exhausted, an employee has the option to use shared leave or leave without pay. For more information regarding shared leave, review the section of shared leave during your orientation, contact Human Resources, or review the Iredell County Shared Leave Policy located on Employee Self-Service. If you are out of work for the birth of a child, you shall only be paid sick leave for the medical absences. Annual leave or vacation shall be paid before and after medical absences. To request family medical leave, notify your supervisor and/or department head or contact Human Resources, Karen Williams, HR Analyst at 704-928-2026 or K. Williams at co.iredell.nc.us. An advance notice of 30 days is required for a foreseeable need for leave, and as much notice as possible is required for an unforeseeable need for leave. You are not required to provide the county your diagnosis for why you need family medical leave, but you do need to provide information indicating that your leave is due to an FMLA protected condition. What is needed to be approved for family medical leave? Since FMLA is a federal law, it has to be official. The Department of Labor requires medical certification paperwork that must be completed to support the need of the leave. The certification paperwork is sent to you once HR is aware of your need for leave, the type of leave you need, and the approximate dates you will be absent from work. There are sections of the paperwork that the employer, the employee, and the healthcare provider completes. An employee has 15 days from the date the paperwork is sent to return the completed paperwork to HR. If the paperwork is incomplete or insufficient, an extension of 7 calendar days will be provided. It is possible that you may have to provide documentation to support legitimacy of a family relationship, or you may need a second or third opinion to support the legitimacy of the need for leave if there is reason to doubt the validity of the medical certification. An employee shall be notified of the determination of whether the family medical leave is approved or not upon receipt of your certification paperwork, and how much leave will be counted against your FMLA entitlement. Failure to provide the certification paperwork will result in denial of family medical leave and possible termination. Failure to report to work within 1 day following the expiration of your leave will result in a voluntary resignation. An employee may return to work if the essential functions of the job can be performed. Medical certification is required, stating the employee may return to work with no restrictions or may return to work to full duty. If you are able to return to work before the anticipated date of return, or if your leave is extended past the anticipated date of return, medical certification is required. If an employee is on leave and engages in restricted activity outside the guidelines of the medical certification, it could result in termination. When you return to work, the FMLA requires that you return to the same job that you left, or one that is comparable. If it is not the exact same job, the new position must involve similar responsibilities, include the same skill level, offer identical pay, offer identical benefits, and offer the same work schedule at the same or nearby location. All of the previous mentioned information is while family medical leave is still in effect. If you exhaust family medical leave and are unable to return to work, it is not required to restore you to your position that you left from. Refusal of reinstated position will be considered a voluntary resignation. An employee should call in each pay period to the person he or she reports to while out on leave to ensure accuracy of the timesheet. While out on family medical leave, there are certain benefits you receive. Sick leave and annual leave will be accrued on a prorated basis by the number of hours worked in a pay period. This is for paid or unpaid family medical leave. When on non-family medical leave, neither sick leave or annual leave is accrued. Paid family medical leave receives holiday pay. Unpaid family medical leave does not receive holiday pay. The county pays the employee portion for your health insurance while on paid or unpaid family medical leave. The employee maintains dependent health insurance and any voluntary benefits. Premiums are still deducted if an employee remains in pay status, or if they have enough accruals to cover the absences during the leave. If not in pay status, payments will need to be made to the county. If you do not return to work following family medical leave, you will be required to reimburse premiums paid by the county for the employee portion of the health insurance. If your family medical leave expires and you are on non-family medical leave, the employee will begin paying the full cost of health insurance, which is like paying COBRA cost, or approximately $600 per month. Ongoing communication between the employee and the employer is necessary to make the family medical leave process run much more smoothly. Both the employee and the employer have guidelines to follow, and ongoing communication helps both with following those guidelines. Your family medical leave is strictly confidential. Human Resources communicates to your department head and payroll only your request and approval or denial of family medical leave and the dates of your absences for family medical leave. This concludes the review of the Family and Medical Leave Act. This presentation is not all-inclusive. For additional details, you may review the Iredell County Personnel Ordinance, Article 6, Section 8, located under Employee Self-Service at the county's website, www.co.iredell.nc.us. Feel free to contact your department head or Human Resources for clarifications to the policy. Thank you.